Hi, this is Jörg of Sunset Geckos, introducing to you the MicroClimate Evo Thermostat. First of all, we're looking into renaming the device. It comes with a MicroClimate default name. Clicking it on the display won't help. You have to go to the yellow settings and there, next screen, to the wheel to actually change the name of the thermostat. To hit the backspace and enter the characters. You have shift, you have lowercase. The one thing you have to consider is that what you see and where you hit slightly falls apart, so always touch the screen slightly to the left of the characters, how you see them on the display. Setting the time, pretty important, so what you set later on the yellow and the blue channels also occurs the right time. You can overwrite or you can just like delete that first. Important, it's a European format, 24 hours, and once you hit OK it really starts the seconds right away. So it's like any standard clock. There is an alarm where you say, okay, the device will have an alarm if it drops below 0 or above 50. Probably better settings than this before your animals die. And for the chart, you can actually see the last hour or the last 24 hours, like that a lot. There are two channels you can steer. The yellow one comes with a feature that's quite unique. It's the dimming, so it just doesn't turn on and off, it dims, so it has a certain variability on the output. It's basically also the reason why we distribute these devices rather than having all these on-off timer based thermostats. So the power dimming with us, it's just an example here. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. We start heating, the yellow one's for heating. And then at 10 o'clock we're increasing the temperature. I believe in June, July this is at 30 degrees eventually. Celsius, we're heating at, it's about in the 75 or so Fahrenheit. And then at 1800 at 6 p.m. we're dropping down to night temperatures, so that's just the lower limit. So here the example, 27 degrees, we start in the morning at 6, we increase to 31 at 10 o'clock, so that's really then heating up the tank. Slight drop in the afternoon at 3 and going down to 20 degrees overnight. Summer that won't drop. Now you can also rename the channel and say what it steers, what tank or what tanks. We even have multiples on one channel, so that would be terrarium, so the tanks rather than the sunlight, as I'll show you in a second for the blue channel. Here you see far left, it's kind of hard to hit the characters, so you have to have the pencil side to be able to enter that. There we are. Terrarium, 30 degrees. That's how it's supposed to be. The blue channel we set to on off, cannot dim, so it's rather heat, cool, constant, and this in 4 periods, 2 periods, or 1 period. In our case we take day night. That means 2 periods and fixed, so it doesn't have an influence on the thermostat or the temperature measured. It's just taking the time. So long story short, if you have heating, if the temperature drops below the temperature you set, it starts putting power on the plug. If it's on cooling, it's the other way around, so the temperature is above the temperature you set, then it starts putting power on the plug to cool. And if it's constant, it just like independent on a temperature, it just turns on based on the time. So what we've seen is like 5:30 in the morning, we start the sun, we call it. It's like an outside a bulb that actually just starts the light, and that's just half an hour earlier, so 5:30. Then at 6 the heating kicks in, increases at 10, reduces at 3 o'clock in the afternoon again, stops at 6 o'clock, and the sun, the light outside, also terminates at 6:30. So thanks for listening in, and have a wonderful day.